Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode of my PokemonGO series. And gotta be honest, you nearly weren't watching it because I have had a nightmare. You know, the AirShoe recording software that I was using to record my screen. Well, I updated my phone and that was my first error. I then tried to open AirShoe, that was my second error. It didn't work. I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? It don't work, I can't record anymore, what's going on? I've already recorded this many episodes and it's going to be a waste of time, and it was a disaster. But fortunately, I actually went on the other day, about 5 days later, and they put a little update on it, and now it does work. Just got to click an extra little button. So follow what I told you before, but click an extra button when you go through, and it works again. Thank goodness for that. Proper panic, I tell you, you have no idea. Proper panic. I was grumpy Avomance for days. Just ask anybody that knows me. I was not fun to be with. Anyway, but it's back. And in that time, lots of things have happened. I have caught a load of new Pokemon, and I'm going to show you them right now. Let's go and have a look and see the ones I've caught. And I've caught a Mankey. Didn't have one of those before. It's a decent CP. I thought I can evolve that, but I didn't have to because I caught a Primeape as well. I couldn't believe it. It literally was in 5 seconds. Next one, Hitmonchan. No idea what that's meant to be, but it looks pretty cool. We like that. And the next one was a Ponyta. It came out of an egg, but it looks really nice. It's a horse with a bum on fire. Then I got Squirtle. Everybody loves a Squirtle. I got one of those. Very pleased with that. Then along came a Voltorb, and I thought it looks like a Pokeball, so that's got to be good. And then I got a Dratini, which is going to turn into a Dragonite eventually, I reckon, or maybe one of its friends will. And then Vulpix, that's got an awesome tail. Really, really pleased with that little haul, I'll tell you. So in today's episode, I thought we would try a bit of an experiment. Very close by to where I am, I've got 2 Pokestops really close to each other, and if you stand in the middle, you're actually in range of both of them. So I thought I'm going to put a lure on both of those Pokestops, and I'm going to put an incense on me, and I'm going to see how many Pokemon we can catch in that 30 minutes that the lure and the incense runs. I thought it'd be a really interesting experiment, see whether or not, just by not walking at all, whether you can get a decent kind of throng of Pokemon rushing towards you, desperate to jump into your Pokeballs. So, should we get over there? I think we need to get over there now. Let's do it. Right, so we are sat waiting for something to happen around these lures. We have literally just arrived. I've lured up one. I'm just going to show you how to lure up the other one. So you tap on the Pokestop. You see this white kind of pill-shaped thing at the top. You click on that. You click on the Pokemon module, and you click on the Pokemon module again, and that lures it up. So we are now sit equidistant between these 2 Pokestops. Let's give them a spin, and we're going to see exactly what kind of benefits we get from sitting between 2 lures, and at the same time, yeah, you bet it, we're going to incense ourselves up as well, just to see whether or not we get loads. So by the look of it so far, we've got a Rattata. You can see I'm sat in my car at the moment. It's got a grate on that, so I hit right in the middle of the circle when it was quite small, so that's good. We like that a lot. And we caught it first go. Well, first go after the headbutt anyway, so that one was caught, very good. And we've already got another Rattata just over there. We're going to have that fella as well. He's pretty close. Let's go, boom. He's another grate. It's a lot easier when they're really close to us, isn't it? Oh no, except he didn't want to stay in. Let's try him again. No, he wants to bite the ball. Stop biting the ball. There we go, get in the ball. Stay there, Mr. Rat Friend. You know you want to. Now in a moment we're going to get out of the car and actually stand outside, because we may find we want to go backwards and forwards a little bit and just go between the 2 Pokestops, because for some reason the GPS does make you think that you're not quite in the right place. You see that Weedle there just despawned. So we've got some good opportunity now to catch some Pokemon. Hopefully we'll actually manage it. It looks like that gym in the background there is getting a bit of a bashing. There's a Gyarados in there, which is hopefully quite powerful. Let's see, because it's blue gym, we want to keep that one. Let's see how that goes. So we've got out of the car just so as we can stand and enjoy the fresh air a little bit, and we've got a Pidgey has popped up, so we're going to have the Pidgey, because we always like a Pidgey. Why do they always do that? Come on, let's get a spin ball on this guy. There we go, that's you in. Hopefully you'll stay in that ball for me, that would be very nice. And that looks like the game's actually frozen. How very, very annoying. Let's get the game back. So the game is back, and we are now going to have a go at catching this rat. Nothing very exciting as yet, but it is showing that lots of Pokemon do pop up when you're doing this kind of exercise, which is quite nice. Although the Pokemon don't seem to want to stay in the ball. It's a lot quieter when we were sat in the car, isn't it? There's quite a lot of traffic going past these two really close Pokestops, so that's one of the negatives of making films and videos on Pokemon Go in the outside when there's so much traffic. It does make it rather difficult with the polluting sound, but we're going to keep going anyway because I want to carry on with this experiment just to see exactly what kind of results you can get from 2 lures and an essence, or an incense. It's not an essence, what the hell's an essence? An incense. So yet another Pidgey sitting in front of us. It's not a very big one, it's only a CP77, but that is a candy waiting to happen. So let's have a go at you, shall we? See what happens. There we go, in the ball, thank you very much. Stay in the ball. What is it with you pigeons? Right, come on, stay in the ball. Stay in the ball. There's a noisy motorbike flying past us there, probably scaring the pigeon away. No, we got a ting, we like the ting. Pidgey was caught. Excellent news. Another thing you may notice is we are now level 18. Mentioned it earlier, the levels, and the fact that we had a big gap between the last episode and this one. Absolute disaster with the recording software going all Pete-tong, but we got it sorted now, and hopefully it won't go wrong again. We've got another Pidgey. It's a Pigeon Fest. I'm not going to spin this one, I'm just going to try throwing it. Hitting it square on the head. And get that ball wobbling. Get in. Get in. This is ultimate farming. There's nothing very exciting in terms of Pokemon, so it might be that this experiment shows us that it's a really good way of getting a lot of Pokemon from a farming perspective, but maybe not such a great way of getting interesting Pokemon. So we're trying to get lots and lots of Stardust. This is possibly a really, really good method. If you're trying to fill up your Pokédex, it's probably not such a good method. Which is a bit of a shame, really. It'd be nice to be able to do both, but you never know. Maybe I'll be surprised. Let's spin them. No, that Pokestop's too far away. Spin that one instead. So we get some more Pokeballs. So I'm going to walk a little way across to this Pokestop here, just to make sure that we keep spinning. Every 5 minutes you get a new spin. Make sure you keep spinning these Pokestops. You get balls, you get all kinds of goodies. You can get incubators, you can get great balls, or even better, ultra balls. You can get essences, you can get all sorts of things out of these, and most importantly you get XP. There's a raspberry there, so you've got to make sure you keep all of these bits and pieces because they are essential in the later game. Do you ever get the feeling that all you're going to see are rats and pigeons? It's another rat to go with the other rats that I had. Little flick. Right, are you going to stay in the ball? I know you're only candy, really, but it would be very useful to have your candy and your Stardust because I want to evolve some stuff up later. Thank you very much, Mr. Rat. Stay in the ball. I hope you enjoy your new home. Yep, it's another rat. This place is infested with rats. You know, they say you're never more than 10 metres from a rat. Right here, I think it might be true because it's all we seem to be tripping over. But it's all candy, it's all XP, and it all gives me the opportunity to get the Raticate whilst maybe got a lucky egg on, which will give me more XP, which will give me more levels, which will allow me to get better Pokemon when I'm walking around at different times. This is a really busy road, lots of noise on the background, so I apologise for that, but you know what, some of these places that have the best Pokestops do have really noisy roads next to them, and all of the YouTubers that I've noticed and I speak to do have a similar challenge. Oh, it's a pigeon. It means it's not a rat, so let's catch you. Just a straight flick. This one, I think. There you go, right on his head, and we got a great. Get in the ball. And one captured Pidgey later. We got 50 XP bonus for it being a great throw. And we are looking at these Pokestops. They're very nearly, you can see they're darkening in their colour. They'll be ready to spin again, probably as soon as I've caught, yeah, another rat. You've guessed it, flick. Let's get in the ball, Mr. Rat. There's lots of friends in my bag waiting to say hello to you. Oh, alright, you don't fancy having some friends in the bag then. Just try again. Stay there this time, makes it so much more simple for me. Nope, you can see I actually stood in a bus stop at the moment. In there, yep, stood in a bus stop collecting rats and pigeons. For this, I went to college. And we got the rat third time lucky. Stay in the ball, you know you wanna. So you can see Pokestops have blued up again, so we'll give them another spin, see what we can't get out of them this time. If nothing other than XP, it is worth doing it. We have a Weedle sat under there. Well, that'll make a change. Let's grab you, Mr. Weedle. Get in the ball. Be nice to evolve up a Kakuna or a Beedrill or something like that with you later on. No, you still want to stay outside. You're very aggressive for a worm. Let's try again. Inside the ball, stay there. You know you want to. You know you want to. You know you want to. Stay in the ball. You know you want to. No, you don't want to. Right, and he's bottled it. The one thing that wasn't a rat or a blooming bird, and it ran away. Typical. Right, so let's have a wander down and grab this Pokestop again now. Give it a little spin. And we got an egg. I wonder what eggs we've got now. Should we have a quick look at the eggs that we've got? So we've got 1.4Ks on our 10K egg, but we've got 5K eggs and the 2K egg that we haven't managed to get incubated. I've only got those 3 incubators at the moment. I refuse to spend money on incubators, so I'll wait for them to pop up as I level up. And we've got 3.3 on another 10K and a 1 kilometre on a 5K already rolling, so hopefully we'll in the next episode be able to open those eggs. That would be brilliant. Okay, so we've had a Venonat. This is very exciting. Well, Venonat's not generally exciting, but the mere fact that it's not a pigeon, a rat, or a worm with attitude is quite exciting for me, because it's a different Pokemon. Very nice. Stay in the ball. Go on, Venonat. Stay in the ball. Stay in the ball. Go on, you know what? You know, stay in the ball. Go on, stay in the ball. Stay in the ball. You know what? Yeah, ding! Gotcha. Venonat was caught, which is great. So we start thinking about evolving up to some Venomoths. That's quite a decent CP Venonat. You could turn into quite a good Venomoth, maybe. So we like you a lot. Still halfway to evolution candy there, 25 out of 50. So we've got a little way to go with them. Pokestop's probably halfway through going back to blue, so we'll wait a little bit and we'll see what else develops. Now somehow a Horsey has appeared. Now given that there's no water around here, I'm genuinely quite surprised, but I'll take it because it'll be quite good to be able to evolve this fella up. He had a half decent CP there, so we'll take him. Is he going to stay in the ball? Yes he is, we like that. Brilliant. One more seahorse to the collection. So nearby we've got a Ghastly apparently, as well as obviously the obligatory rat, bird and the occasional horned worm. But let's hope that Ghastly pops up. It'd be good to maybe evolve up to a Haunter or two, because I'm a little bit short of Ghastly candy at the moment, so that'll be quite handy. Handy for candy. I'm a poet and I don't know it. And a Meowth. Brand new Pokemon now. Let's get this Meowth in the ball. You've got run over there, that Meowth then. We got a bit angry. So yeah, stop jumping around, you stupid cat. Get in the ball and see what happens. There's one. That's two. No. We're going to try again. Give you a spin. He's a ghost Meowth. That fella just walked straight over him. He tried to lick himself, so I hit a ball whilst he was trying to lick himself. That's the way to catch a cat. Wait until they're licking themselves to do it. Apparently not. I'll tell you what, I'm going to use a raspberry on this fella and just see whether or not that helps catch him. Get in the ball. 1, 2, 3. Ting! I love that Meowth. I really want to be able to evolve something up to a Persian. I don't have a Persian yet, so this Meowth candy is going to be very useful. I'm only 9 candy away from a Persian, and actually 366 Meowth, that ain't too bad. I'm going to keep you. I suspect you're going to be my evolving Pokemon. What else have we got nearby? Oh, we've got a Raticate. 436 Raticate, so you're not that good really. I don't know why you're that dark, but it was a great throw. Right on his noggin. Is he going to stay? He's not been raspberries and he's not been great balled, but he stayed in the ball anyway. Was that because it's a great throw? I wonder if they do really make that much difference to the likelihood of you catching the Pokemon. Okay, it's another worm. Now the last time it worked by just flicking it rather than playing the spinny game. Let's see if this one works first time. That noisy motorbike going past, don't scare the worm away, whatever you do. And we got the worm first time, so I'm not going to bother with spins with worms. Maybe that's the way forward. Yep, yet another worm. So I said I was only going to do flicking, so let's do flicking and see whether or not that makes a big difference for us. Is it an easy way to catch a worm? Apparently not. No, let's try it again. Little flick, stick in the ball, go on, get in the ball. You know you want to get in the ball, get in the ball, worm, get in the ball. You know you want to get in the ball, get in the ball, worm, get in the ball. You know want to get in the ball, 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 bing! Maybe talking really fast to your device is actually the secret to catching worms. I don't know, I don't care, it's in the owl. There's a little rat trying to hide from me. Come on then, I'm going to just practice my spinning with you, rat. Let's see if we can't get you in. Yes, we can. Almost missed him. Almost overshot him then. That was a bit daft. Now hopefully this should stay in the ball, because that was only a green rat. He's just got candy written all over him. We're going to turn him into sugar-coated rat. Okay, new Pokemon for this particular session. We've got ourselves a Caterpie with an average CP, but we're still going to try and catch it because I've not evolved the Caterpie up to the maximum yet, and it would be nice to be able to do that. Oh, it's bottled it. I'm really short of Caterpie candy, but it bottled it completely. That's really disappointing. Now we have found ourselves a Drowsy. So let's try and get that Drowsy. Here we go. Let's get the Drowsy in the hole. Right? It's a really, really big Drowsy. I'm not missing this fella, because that will turn into a great Hypno. I'm going to use a Great Ball just to get him in the hole. Don't get upset with me, Mr. Drowsy. There we go, in the ball. Right, so this is a Great Ball with a Raspberry. Will it work? Go on, Drowsy, stay in the ball. Stay in. Excellent. So that's a really nice CP Drowsy. We like that one very much. For that 540 Drowsy, almost completely evolved. That is going to be a really good evolution into a Hypno. I think that would be quite powerful and could even hit my top 6 as it stands at the moment. Right, so we've got a wild Zubat. Now Zubats are officially the bane of my existence. I'm rubbish at catching them. In fact, I'm normally quite rubbish at catching flying Pokemon full stop, because I can't seem to hit them very well, especially when I'm using a curveball, but I do need to practice. Oh, hit it! Oh, go on, stay in the ball. Go on, make my day. You know you want to. Get in there. Go on, flying bat thing. Boom! That actually has surprised me. I think that's the fastest I've caught a Zubat in ages. Very pleased with that. So I can start promoting them up to gold bats. Look at that, there's a Rattata just staring at me, desperately wanting to get into my Pokeball. Just give him a little flick. We do want to help these poor wild animals out. That was great on the head. If this one stays in, that's going to be a bonus 50 XP as well, which is always very, very welcome. He stayed in the ball. That's more sugar-coated rat for our delectation and for my experience. More Stardust. We're doing quite well here. Oh, we have got a little Spearow. It's average CP Spearow, so let's pop him in the ball. See if we can't catch it. It's a bit of a flurry towards the end. Is that something that happens with these lures? Do you get a flurry at the end, or is this just coincidence that everything seems to be coming at once? Caught quite a few Pokemon just in the space of a couple of minutes, which is always very exciting. One last spin. Got a Raspberry there, which is nice. And let's get ourselves back to Pokemon Base, where we can work out exactly what it is we've achieved. So we are back at Pokemon Base now, and we have seen here we've actually done rather well in this session. You can see, starting from that Pidgey there, the last or most recent Pokemon before this session was the Vulpix down in the left there. So starting from Pidgey, I've sorted these from time, which if you look is recent, so the most recent Pokemon that we've actually caught. So we've got there, starting from the 196 Pidgey, we've caught all of these Pokemon here, and it's starting to get a little bit more interesting with the Horsey and the Venonat and the Raticate and the Drowsy and the Meowth, all the way to there. And actually altogether it would seem that we have managed to catch ourselves 5 Pidgeys, 9 Rattatas, 3 Weedles, a Venonat, a Horsey, a Meowth, a Raticate, a Drowsy, a Zubat and a Spearow, and altogether making 24 Pokemon. So given that we put on the lures and then we put on our incense that lasts for about 30 minutes, it actually turns out that those double lures and the incense together form a catch rate with no walking. Obviously if you walk you get more, remember, on an incense. With no walking, just over or just under 1 Pokemon per minute of a capture rate. Now bear in mind that we also had a couple escape. Remember the Weedle done a runner and we had something else do a runner, I can't remember, and they bottled it. So actually we're talking about a Pokemon a minute. So if you think the amount of time that you can walk around and it takes to catch a Pokemon a minute ain't too bad. I'm quite happy with that, Pokemon a minute. And the amount of XP it got us, we got almost 10,000 XP. I didn't have a lucky egg on, and we're very nearly 10,000 XP given that we were spinning those Pokestops at the same time. So all told, I would say, if you're willing to expend on a couple of lures and an incense at the same time, you actually do get a good Pokemon return. You're not getting exciting Pokemon, but you are getting Pokemon in volume, 1 a minute basically, which means that you're getting pretty good increase in your Stardust levels, pretty good increase in your XP, and it makes it really worthwhile. And I imagine probably at the lower levels it could get you 1, 2 or maybe even more levels up in one hit, which would be absolutely amazing. So thoroughly recommend that as an experiment. I'm going to close the video off there, but I think that was worth doing. Thanks very much for taking a watch of it. If you've got any comments on it, please do stick them in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Share it on whatever social media you'd like. And if you haven't done it, you're very naughty. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.